All right, here we are at the end of day 14. 2 weeks of fun and not so much sun, rain. Got all of our grids laid out, got the final ones on. Spray painted the intersections. Picked up a couple of bags of concrete and some of the cardboard tubes for the piers. We're going to try to pour the pin one that we can use to do all the markers off of. Then, following our surveyor and his little path that he meandered through, which we did on one of the first videos, I went straight back through here. Looks like I went a little bit onto the neighbor's side, but I was kind of following the little flags and cut in a path for the fence, so we can walk that real quick. Might be a little messy in spots. I think I found an old collapsed lava tube on the back. And then the very back section is mostly ferns. In case you guys ever wondered why it was called Fern Acres. All those little weird leafy things, including 10 foot tall, are all ferns. So you can see some of the surveyor tape that he marked down here. So I was just kind of keeping that on my left while I was coming up. And I think the actual line kind of comes just a little bit right where these trees are, and then straight out. Here's another large crack, and this is solid, and then it drops down. Down in here, this all gets a little bit low, but it actually shouldn't be that hard to go through and drive and pull out those little fruit trees. I was told yesterday by one of our neighbors that those are a strawberry guava, and they are an invasive species. They seem to like to drop the fruit near the ohia trees, and so you see like there's a group cluster, and they fruit once a year, and they fruit a lot, and it just falls to the ground, and they start shooting up. So you'll see like this right here where it's just been all pulled up. That's pulling out one of those fruit trees, and it just pulls up an entire carpet of dirt with it because the roots spread out so far. So it's kind of hard to get them away from the ohia trees without popping a root of the ohia tree, which is probably kill it. Jesus. Got a couple of boulder sections, just random rocks, and you can see right there the ohia tree. So they just find a crack and they start growing, and sometimes it's hard to get them out because they're buried straight down through all those boulders. Gotta walk in the tracks because I know that's been packed down. And I think this little small cluster right here I have to take out. So that tree that's right in front is actually where the pin is. And this should be the old lava tube. Got a branch stuck in my shoe. I think this one was originally a lava tube. It's kind of hard for me to tell, but it had high sides and a bunch of rocks in the middle. So comes up, goes over, and goes back down. And I put some of these rocks in here, but I pulled out quite a few of them that were fairly large. And then I was trying to see if I can pry it apart with the dozer to make a flatter run. And there we are. There's the pin right there. So I think if I had something a little bit taller and painted pink, I might be able to see it, because it's a fairly straight line. So it's not too bad. And we should be able to get a string line on there tomorrow so we know where the fence line is. And this one was easy to find because it's only 100 foot wide. So from here, straight across to the orange flag there. And this area has some sketchiness to it. And then this is almost all just ferns. So I think just running back and forth with the excavator while you're actually trying to just run through, you start collecting them because they hook onto the blade and just pull up. They're all intertwined with just these little tiny sticks. And then you get a bunch of dead ones on the bottom, but whenever you start going, you grab one and they all come up with them. So you just reach in, take a bite with the thumb on the excavator and yank up, and you get a whole bucket full of carpeted ferns. And this is where a couple of those fruit trees were. You can see a lot of them lying down right there. And this is what I'm talking about. When you go to grab one, you grab all of them, and then they all peel up, leaving just exposed lava because they take the entire dirt layer with them, which is only a couple inches thick to start with, but they just all pull up as one solid mass. Now I tried to find an easier way down here than what we went through yesterday, because I shot really wide because it was too hard to see or hear anything. So I kind of guessed where I was going this time and missed it, not by much, only about what, 20 feet, give or take. Of course now I covered it with trees, so I don't think I can get back onto that. I'll probably try anyways. Check back in a second. All right, there we go. I wanted to make sure I had two hands to climb up this mess. So I think we can clean this up by just taking out some of these trees right here. And then, and I just don't know how to get anywhere near a straight line coming off of this left side. I'm thinking what we're going to end up doing is there's a few areas where I saw it looks like we can cross over, is to maybe take the excavator about every 50 feet or so and just carve straight through the center section, because it's only 100 feet, and then mark where 100 is from the other string line, and that will help us keep a straight line back here. But yeah, this side is definitely far more terrain on it that is just awful. So I'm not sure how we're going to get any fence post in, or we just might have to go a further distance and just trust the fact that all these rocks and holes will deter any animals. Or, I don't know, box it up and pour concrete, who knows. But this was definitely easier to get over. But yeah, look. Then going down in that hole. So I don't know if it's just a different type of lava, a different year of the lava, but this little vein that runs through here and comes out that other side is all just busted up boulders. So I don't know if it's just had more time for the trees to grow through. You can see like a little stump over there going through the rocks. Oh yeah, this is a, I don't remember if I showed that yesterday, but there's that dead ohia tree trunk that I popped off. And then we got that one right there. And that one is still alive, but the top is dead. And you can see there's a few of them out here. So even though that one I don't believe is actually on our property, it was too close to the property, so took it out. And so there's kind of our straight path. So it might have been fairly straight, because I think it's just right past that tree. And then we come through here. I went down that way, but if we go right straight through that center pieces of trees, that's the property line. So actually, I don't think it was off by that much. So we should be able to get this one snapped out maybe tomorrow also. Branch. There's my crack. Probably a good thing Alex and I didn't actually walk this path through all those woods 2 weeks ago, because the surveyor didn't come through here. Because I had a feeling that would have really sucked to find that whenever it was covered in ferns and dirt. Probably would have left one of us limping. Of course, now we got a little bit of mud on this and a little bit of rain and lava. So now you got a nice slick surface. Yeah, you can kind of see the orange stick right there. But the problem is, it's too hilly. So it might be that little grove right there. And then if we can drive, actually it's probably, we can come straight across the string line. Might have to drive a taller stake back at the end there, or find a tree to tie the string to. And of course it's raining now. For those who saw yesterday's video with the tree that attacked me, that's what it looks like today. It's not too bad, but yeah, this morning the side of it let some pressure off, so it feels a lot better now. Some of the swelling has gone down. All right, and there's our stake, and there's the other stake back there. So somehow we just need a straight line straight to the back there. All right, that is the end of day 14, the 2-week mark. 2 more weeks with the excavator, and I think our building is supposed to be here the Friday before at the Hilo docks. So I've got to get the piers poured in place before the building arrives. And that's it. See you tomorrow.